Goosebumps is rated GB7 because it may be too spooky for Goosebumps fans under 7.
Hello, Goosebumps fans. It's time for Why Not episode. We're talking about how I learned to fly. All right. So, I wish I could easily tell you that it's because of the special recipe that they made. But considering how to kill a monster, where instead of being like, oh, we put pesticides and we put lots of messed up stuff that you can find under your shelf, underneath the sink, they just made a gumbo and made it very, very hot and spicy. So the whole 10 raw eggs thing, I'm pretty sure in the freaking episode, they wouldn't have done that. Would have found some other way to do it. It's like, I don't know how, but they'll find some other things. But I'm pretty sure the formula that they have in there, it's kind of a little bit messed up, but I'm pretty sure they could even sway their way to be like, oh, well, they just cut away and basically like, oh, well, he made the freaking formula, he made the recipe, but no one saw what was in it. You just see an end product like, oh, and I need the special ingredient, this powder. It's like, yeah, that's an easy fix. What about the CGI? CGI. 2 people flying. That's it. 2 people flying. Also, don't forget about the rats. Yeah, so it's the rats and 1 kid, 2 kids flying. That's it. I don't think that actually would be hard to do. Especially since, again, like I said, How I Got My Shrunken Head, dude, did that. They actually did that. One problem that they would have that most likely they will write out, which is like, it makes sense that they will write it out because they have issues with dogs, okay? They have issues with dogs. They just automatically write dogs out of the equation where it's like, dude, but why? And then sometimes they write dogs into the equation. Dude, but why? Again, I still kind of am shocked that considering how hard of an issue they have with dogs being in the show, My Harry's Adventure is like the biggest mind boggler, being like, well, how did you get all those dogs if it's hard for you to get dogs? I don't understand. So yeah, there's 2 dogs in this. There's 2 dogs in this episode, / in this book. One actually can fly, so you're kind of gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work out. But considering even in Simpsons, they actually made a dog. They made a dog hover with a freaking string. I'm pretty sure you're able to do that crap too. Oh man, the sets. You have Jack's home, you have Jack's garage, you might actually have the school, but we don't really see the school, so you could actually cut that out of the equation. You have an abandoned beach house, and you have a beach area, so it's like, and they're filmed in freaking Canada. Is that even freaking possible? I'm pretty sure there are beaches in Canada. I'm pretty sure there are. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, don't forget about Ghost Beach. Yep, there you go. Ghost Beach. They were able to do something there. So, yeah, I think they can't really. Oh, yeah, don't forget about they also did the last one they ever did was Deep Trouble. In quotations, Deep Trouble and Deep Trouble 2. Yeah, well, technically Deep Trouble Part 1, Part 2. Cheap Trouble 2, Part 1, Part 2. But even so, it's like, yeah, but that's also water too. That's also dealt with the beach. So there's no freaking way how they can say, oh, we can't do it because there's no beach area for that certain thing. But of course, you do have to admit, though, the abandoned beach house will be an issue. They will have to build that abandoned beach house, and that will definitely take freaking monies. Unless they're able to find something that's actually like that. But yeah, too bad you're not in Florida, am I right? Because we have plenty of those. It's like, we have plenty of beach houses, especially some that actually people are like, yeah, fuck this. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have found some here, but there, I don't know. That might be the biggest issue, is building that place. So building that place, CGI, but I'm pretty sure building that place might be the biggest issue of them all. Let's see, military, they got military in Monster Blood. I don't see why they can't get the same people again, in quotations, because it's like, I'm pretty sure none of them were actually ones that's like, oh yeah, they cost a lot of money to get. Not really. Let's see. An old mattress. You got to get an old book. It would be cool to actually just be like, oh, frig it. Let's get the book from Scarecrow Walk at Midnight. There you go. Case solved. Yeah, but people are going to speculate, being like, oh my gosh, it's the same spell book that Stanley has. Not see anything else. No, I think that's all. Besides Wilson having a TV show, so that means that they have to make a TV station area, like, Yeah, but considering they already did Horrorland, pretty sure they could actually just change that and then there you go. Because they already have that set. They could just reuse that one. I think that's it. Yeah, but I think the worst part of how this book was not episoded has to be the fact of it wasn't really smiled upon. Not to mention they will have to try to make it scary though. They have to actually add some more scariness too. Like for instance, I guess they might actually show how he can fly but not truly fly as much. So it's like, yeah, he sometimes fall to his doom. It's like, ah, and then cut to the commercial. It's like, oh, it's like, yeah, I think like they have to do jump scares and stuff like that. Some strange cuts of where it's like, oh, this is the end. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they will do something like that. So they have to add something to it to actually make it more Goosebumps like. But yeah, the book really wasn't truly ordained awesome. I mean, they didn't. No, they did. They did actually have it in 2003 release. They did do that. As for 2008/2015 release, no, it has not been done. Yeah, I'm shocked that they were like, oh, how I learned I can fly. And it's like, oh, it's the freaking seagulls. It's the freaking monstrous birds. That's where it came from. It's like, oh, frig. Yeah, talk about you'll give my mom a freaking panic attack. It's like, yeah, thanks, guys. It's like, first it was Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator Salvation. Now you have birds coming out of books and attacking people. It's like, yes, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a freaking damn lot. Like, I really want that. uh, but that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's really nothing else that would be changed. They might skip the birthday, I suppose, because it's like, yeah, on paper, it's like there might be some cuts that'll happen, and I guess they might just briefly say, oh, if I have a bike, he has a bike. If I have drawing a superhero, he has a drawing a superhero, racing home, a test, a dog. It's like you might be saying something. It's like you might just not even show those, and they're just mentioning them. And it's like, yeah, and then it's like, well, today's gonna change because on Mia's birthday, I'm going to actually do something nice, and I'm gonna try not to even think about him. It's like, well, guess what? He actually is in the freaking. He's in the freaking party. So who? It's like casting wise, what do we got? Shoot. Casting wise, because well, he doesn't mention his mom, so we got Jack, we got Wilson, we got Mia. Mia's parents might have to be casted, maybe makes sense. We got Jack's dad that needs to be casted. His mom doesn't need to be casted. Would be cool, but not really. You're fine with that. Uh, Federal agents slash the military has to be casted, and well, have to admit though, there's a lot of people that showed up at the gas station. So it's like, yeah, the gas station thing of where he's all covered and everything, they might just cut that part, you know? I would say it'll be already okay where it's like he's at home, the military is doing tests on him, and then he hears on TV, it's like, yes, well, on Wilson's TV show, it's like, yes, well, there's gonna be a race for $1 million between me and Jack, and may the best man win. And when the best man win, I will give my money to charity. Supposedly, chances are no. It's like, yeah, and when I win, it's gonna be the best day ever. It's like something like that, where it's like, yeah, so it's like they skip over the gas station part and just straight up goes into the whole race where he fails. Maybe he'll think it's like, yeah, maybe he'll just have a thought. So instead of us being like in the dark, it might just be him. It's like, oh, I really don't like this. I don't like the fame. I don't like being prodded. I need to figure out what I need to do. And it's like, oh, I got an idea. And everyone's like, what is the idea? And then it's like, oh, well, he can't fly no more. And then You know, the same old, same old. So it's like, yeah, there could be like lots of cuts that they can do, and I think we're good to go, right? But as for the episode, it's like, I don't know. I would just say that the popularity of the book might be a factor. Even though it's kind of like saying that, but then it's like, yeah, but Monster Blood 2, it was a popular book. Monster Blood 3, kind of a popular book. Many other ones, there are popular books that didn't actually get any episodes. You can't just say out of nowhere. But it's like, yeah, but maybe the budgeting was an issue too. Maybe the house was too much. Maybe trying to get dogs were too much. Maybe the CGI was too much. And it's like, yeah, well, there's many things or reasons why, but in the end, it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure if they tried to attempt this book, many people wouldn't care too much for the book. But anyways, that was scary day. Have a scary night.